Good afternoon. There we go. Sunday. It's Sunday. It's time for our Sunday therapy show where we're not really going to help you with your addiction. I'm sorry if it's
we
gaming.
help you encourage it.
We're going to encourage it. So it's all in good fun. Please don't. We'd ask for nothing. Just pay attention. All right. Hey, shameless plug. Check out our coffee if you haven't yet at our shop and some merchandise, and it's free shipping on the coffee. All right, you guys, it is Sunday, the 15th already.
Jeez, that month's half over.
The month is half over, man. That quickly it's half over.
Yep.
So, kind of is what it is. We went camping, so...
Yeah, we got back a little late, so we jumped in the shower real quick and got on here for you guys.
Yeah, so wet hair and just got out of the shower and haven't done my nails or anything. So, of course, I guess it doesn't matter because I don't do them anyways. But we're here for you. So hopefully you guys are having fun. 15 days into the paint competition already for many warm-ups.
Yeah.
Paint challenge.
As much as I would like.
Not competition. I apologize. Challenges. Paint challenge. But Ashley did take her...
And miniatures out, but I ended up playing a lot with the grandkids. So
camping. So
I did get 2 of them done out there.
Did you?
Yeah, got 2 of them done.
That is good.
Let's get this shared to Facebook real quick.
So welcome to our insanity. That's all I can say.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I don't need this on right now because I'm not gonna paint.
Move.
I know. Adjustment.
Greetings, people and frog things. Hey,
Thumicus!
Greetings, Thumicus. It is, frog things. Hey, that was something that we captured out there. Well, we didn't. The kids rounded up.
Actually, yeah. So we were
frog.
taking down our tent, the kids' tents, and there was a little green tree frog. The kids absolutely went insane trying to catch this thing. It was funny.
Yeah. And now, can we take it home? We're like, no, just leave it be. So she did get some painting in at the campground.
Not as much as I would like, but
you did. You were able to still
I got
stay engaged, and
took me 2 days, but I was able to do it.
Well, that's all good. So what have you been up to, Telemachus? Have you been out buying up a ton of miniatures to add to your collection for the paint challenge? What have you been doing the last couple days? We've just been trying to camp, and I'll tell you what, camping with the family is fun. It's just
exhausting.
It is kind of exhausting, yeah.
We actually, what's funny is we had all 6 of our grandchildren out there.
I like Charles. Let's have a jumpy, croaky good time. Yeah. Ribbit.
Actually, so, I think one of our daughters actually took pictures of it, I believe.
Yeah, it's just a little tree frog, I think. He's just a little
Yeah,
guy.
It's just a little green tree frog.
Hello, Charles. You've been painting steady? Hey, slow and steady, though, wins the race, right? What's that thing? It was the turtle and the rabbit, or the tortoise and the hare. See, slow and steady. But yeah, continuously painting works. No painting for Charles other than picking a flesh color for your Native Americans. Oh, there you go. I mean, I just generally use like a generic skin tone or European type of skin tone. I think I showed you guys before. Oh, there it is. Never mind, it's over here. So it's just the Vallejo basic skin tone. Oops, turn the ball around. And this works really good with, and I have to order some more because I am now out, as my personal favorite for a skin shade is the Flames of War.
Oh, yeah, that skin tone.
In it, between this and that, boom, the faces for me work. I did try where's that speed painter? Oh, so here it is. I apologize. Well, it is the Flames of War. It's the Colors of War.
Colors of War.
Skin shade. There's a couple drops left, but I gotta I got to order another bottle seriously
I'll
because
say that stuff goes though.
you use it and it
lasts.
really, really works well. Uh, you tell yourself you're just painting a tabletop standard, then another color, then another color. Yeah. I know how that goes.
That's how I am.
That's how it is.
Jeffy!
Hi, Jeff. It is the king of the Hex Encounter world. Welcome, sir.
Cardboard freak.
He's like, he has a title. Cardboard freak. No, I was gonna say you were a duke, right? So you got your title. But then you said I was Lord of Coffee or something like that. So fair enough. But the skin tone, yeah, I don't know, kind of a preference. So that's what I like. And then, yep. As soon as you try to do something to a model, you're like, well, I could just green coat it and make it a little army guy. Well, then I got to get the leather pouches and I got to get that tiny little belt and then the belt buckle and then the rifle sling. And before you know it, yeah. So, Charles, you've been pushing cardboard, I noticed. Working on rules for a 2mm ACW game. Remove the Zeppelin Raider. I don't know anything about Nemesis Burma, 1944, Charles. I'm not sure about that. But I'll keep checking on your channel if you're going to get that. So look, this is Cardboard King. Neil, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. 2mm. I'm waiting for you to do that, Charles. Is all I can say. I'll give you that. I just want to see how that works out. Secretly, I've been working with Jeff behind Ashley's back to convert her to a little bit more towards cardboard.
Whatever. Keep trying.
She doesn't know, Jeff. Like at night, I play these little sound bites in earphones, so I try to program her.
You do.
Gunboats ain't naval. How come gunboats ain't naval? They're boats, and they generally cruise rivers and such and water inlets. So, speaking of which, I did see where McMurray and Todd lit a flame some games there. I thought that was interesting. Watching McMurray throw his cardboard box, from the post office area there. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's interesting. He got a little bit of hate in his comments for burning cardboard, but if you don't like the game, you don't like the game. It's your game.
Hey, there's a video of McMurray burning shit?
Yeah, in a barbecue pit.
Oh, hell yeah, I gotta go watch that.
You'll have to check it out later. Yeah. So, yippee-yay. Once the painting challenge thing is over, that's the rule? Okay. I don't understand that, but...
Oh, so can I do that?
What?
If that's the rule, I don't like some of the Hex Encounters. Can I do that?
No. I'm not saying the rule is you can burn something, Ashley.
That's what Charles just said.
No.
You don't like it, you burn it.
No, he's talking about the game. The gunboats ain't naval. And I said, I don't understand why. And he said, that's the rule.
That's no fair.
She misinterpreted what you were typing, Charles. So, yeah, no. I don't know. Some of these rules, I've seen enough discussions amongst a lot of you guys that do the Hex Encounters with a lot of... Some games I'll just stay away from, and pretty much I just follow Jeff and Todd on what they do with stuff. I like to watch what they're doing. And Charles. But I don't want it to be too complicated, so I'm kind of like Mini Wormut in that aspect. We're just kind of keep it looking. Firebug, yeah, that is her.
It's called a pyro. Get it right.
He's trying to keep his keyword friendly. So, yeah. So, other than camping, we just got back. And
right, Fire Wielder.
No, that brings to mind the movie Firestarter with Drew Barrymore. If you haven't seen it, it's interesting.
I don't think I've seen that one.
No. But, yeah. So we got back from camping, got all cleaned up, jumped on here to say hi. And when we're done, in all honesty, we'll be putting our camping stuff away and then got a few more things to paint. I want to get the rest of these tanks painted up for BattleTech and finish that. At least that way, this time during the challenge, I was able to accomplish something more.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all of those done.
You have to. You promised everybody.
I didn't say I promised. I said this is the plan. I'm not going to do it.
Well,
I'm just hoping to get the first box done. I think I got 4, 5 done.
Call in sick tomorrow.
We have too much shit to do.
Yeah. So we'll do the best we can with that. So anyhow, you guys, hopefully you guys have all had a good last couple days and enjoyed it. I know I have. I enjoyed the time, with the family a little bit. And
I got 5 done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 8 more.
you can do that.
Out of just this box.
Yeah, you could do that. At least you got some done camping, so
Yeah.
that helped out.
Well, it doesn't help that I couldn't really run too much with the kids.
Fun.
Oh, on those crutches.
Yeah. Yeah, she sprained her ankle, so they said severe sprain, so they gave her crutches, which
Mythos!
2.5-year-old calls it her walking sticks. I think it's funny. Hello, Mythos. Okay, I get it, Charles.
Can we boot Keegan?
Why?
He's saying his
Hello,
weekend
Mythos.
was horrible.
He had to spend it with his in-laws. Yeah, we can't really talk about what Keegan has subjected me to some psychological trauma recently, but I don't know what they would classify the show if I started talking about that. So
Rated RRR. Yeah, Mythos, we all had a great time.
We did. We had a good time.
We had all our kids out there, all our grandkids.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee.
A lot of coffee.
Biscuits and gravy. So, if you can wake up and have some biscuits and gravy in a campground, and we just reserved one, really. So it had its own parking, its own.
No, I don't know what that's
outhouse,
about. An acre?
own,
Acre and a half?
No, it'd be about 2.5 acres or so. It's more than an
Yeah,
acre.
I'd say it's massive out there.
An acre isn't really that big, but it's probably 2.5 acres, and it's quite a bit of room for camping.
Oh yeah, plenty of room for dogs and kids running around.
You had a little gate at the bottom of. You got to go up a slight little slope, and at the bottom of that quote hill, there's public area, but you got a gate that you can padlock. So you have, when you reserve it, it's just for your group or your family or whoever. So.
Yeah, which we need to figure out some times for next year and just reserve them now.
Well, we had it reserved through tomorrow at noon, but
we called it quits to spend time with everyone.
No, we also wanted to get back here so we could do our standard show and just get rested up a bit. So camping takes a lot out of me. It's tiring.
Yep, they gotta start looking for a new tent, or it's finally we're outgrowing it. That one will be passed down to the grandkids.
Tent time.
Yeah.
So what she's telling you guys is she wants to get one of those cabin tents. For
two stories. Hell yeah.
For $200 that's got the extra 2 rooms, so she could have her own paint station when we go camping.
Hey now, don't tempt me.
Well, you could have your own enclosed painting room because there's 2.
I would never get it. The granddaughters, all of them would take it.
No.
Because all 4 of them love it.
Yeah, they do all like to paint. That's a good thing. It does sound amazing, yeah. It was a pretty good time, Mythos.
No, Greg would go try to hide in there because her 2-year-old granddaughter would be wanting to paint. So he would try to hide.
Hey, Mythos, watch this. Watch when I turn the light on, what it does to me. Woo! Makes me look a whole lot different. Now I'm in the dark. I got to figure out the lighting.
I think that might just be too close to you. But that's where it was before.
What?
Where that is now? That light?
it was here.
Oh yeah.
We moved it here, but it has to be here now because of the way things are set up. It doesn't matter. It's too much. Like now there's a lot of shadow. It seems like. But yeah, there you go. So better lighting is another thing. But you guys, it sounds like you've been having a good time. Jeff's been busy posting on videos since he moved. How's your house, your apartment there coming, Jeff? You finally get everything settled and situated and have your housewarming parties and all that, get everything settled. Because moving's no fun. Nobody likes to move. But once you get moved in, then that's when it's kind of relaxing. What are you looking at now? Ashley.
See what I can find. Ooh, that one's got an awning.
Yes, some of them have awnings, but so now in the middle of what we're doing, you're looking at tents that have a room for you to have a paint. Yes,
Damn right.
Then you're gonna have to find a portable foldable desk or table.
Don't tell me, I could probably do it.
She'll do it. The cool thing is even when you're doing things outside, like being Clint at the park, and I'm dying to get back to the park and just play another game. Just because the passerbyers don't know what's going on, so they stop. And it was actually quite fun. I mean, we got interrupted a lot, but it was in a good way because people they had no idea what Warhammer was. They didn't know what we had set up on the table that day we were
There
playing.
we go, babe. We'll just do this.
So
It connects to an Easy Up.
Well,
And the Easy Up is encased.
oh, it's got a net around it for bugs. And you're playing right now?
Nice.
Very cool. I'm curious to go back to what Charles had to say about making up some rules. So I just want to see what his rules come out for the 2mm on how that works. It's a skill I don't know anything about other than May Warmont says they're grains of rice. So I'll take his word for it. And because like I said before, 6mm, smallest of small stuff done, but I like armor, so it's not bad. They're pretty movable, and you can get quite a bit on a table. So, but the rest of it, I don't know. Too small sometimes. And what were we looking at the other day? We were looking at a Kickstarter we were going to tell Jeff about before I moved.
Oh, that Russian one?
Yeah, I get it. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name, but there's a Kickstarter going on, Jeff. I'll find it. I'll send it to you in Messenger because it's a Hex Encounter one, but they're funding on Kickstarter. So I don't know. I'll have to send it to you to let you see what you think.
Here we go, babe. Found one.
Yeah, that's.
And it comes with a table to put the bar in, so you don't hit yourself with it. But then you can put things on it.
Okay. Oh, it's part of the tent. It's
Yeah.
The table in the center.
It's 2 queen size.
How much is that? That's it.
That's it.
Well, now she's found a tent with enough room to paint inside of. So
Hell yeah.
that would
13 by 13 by 92.
That would work.
13 foot by 13 by 92 inches. Hell yeah.
Trying to get used to. Charles says no zone of controls. There's no zones to control. Is that what you're saying out? Because that'd be interesting. But I like games where you got to control an area for the most part, even in the video games, right? So domination, like control A, B, or C. Although it's kind of weird being in a lobby full of guys and it goes domination and you're like 10 years old or something, trying not to laugh. Well, Telemachus, that would be just enough, except for we're talking about Ashley. So
What?
I'll be lucky if I get out there and I don't have to have a trailer to take the tent out because it's a second story cabin type of tent with.
That's what I'm looking for is a 2-story tent.
No, Ashley, I don't think you're going to find one. I don't know.
Tempt me. I will find one.
I hope not. So yeah, but the screen canopy would be good.
This looks
We
like
had-
a fucking mini house.
Yeah, for the price, it is a mini house. But where we had was like a big pavilion, and it was lighted, and they had six.
I think 6 or 8 benches.
Yeah, I think it was
6 benches, I believe.
6 benches or 8 benches out there with full-size picnic tables under it, and so it was lighted. That pavilion part was lighted, and it had electrical outlets, so you could
I mean,
use them for whatever, charging your phone or whatever you needed to do.
I mean, this is kind of like technically.
So she had an area.
You can put a tent right there.
Actually, that's okay. So that's on the back of a pickup and a ladder, and it sits on top. And
and you
to
can
me,
put a tent underneath. So
No.
technically, that's 2 stories.
that looks. You show them that. So show them. I'm going to show you what she's talking about because I really.
You gotta turn it on.
Hold on a second, because that's yeah. I don't know.
Crystal's
If
got the truck.
Crystal has the truck, but I wouldn't want to get into that. That thing
Because
looks.
Keegan will figure out a way to put a hole in it and make sure he farts inside and goes down.
Look, turn your screen or something. That just looks rickety. I'm sorry. If you can't turn the screen.
Hold on, I had to move it just slightly.
Yep, that's fine. So see that where it's a truck, it's stacked on top of the truck with a ladder. Right there, I see an issue. I see a problem.
I don't see no problem.
What was that noise? Oh, one of the kids fell. Oh, it's only $1,599. That's the price tag to the right there.
Oh.
So if we have to save for a $200 box set, what makes you think we can get a $1,600 tent?
Work overtime, bitch.
You can't see it.
Hold on, I'm trying to move the camera.
There you go. If she stops moving.
Well, it's sliding.
That, Keegan, it looks like it's a tree house. Yeah, I know it's a bed tent, but look at that. That just looks rickety. Stop.
I'm not trying to tighten this down so it doesn't
It
move.
looks too rickety. Yeah, I don't trust that. One of the kids would fall down the ladder, or I'd try to get out of bed and fall down the ladder. No. So. Yeah, that's massive. Well, see what I mean? Telemachus, she said, "Hey, just a little enclosed canopy and a cot." And this is Ashley's version of just a little tent.
Hold on. Here's what I just found. Like this.
Well, I have slept in a car in a rest stop before. Charles is not comfortable with a bad back. Can't really do it.
I mean, it's a
There's your canopy.
and 2 rooms.
That's not included. So there you go. That's what happens when.
Yeah, good.
It's a lot easier to show you sometimes. Oh, Lord. And it's too hard to paint in the car, Charles. So sleeping in the car is good for emergencies, but not so much if you're going to have to do it long term. Now, if you got a van and you can convert your van, you'd still have to have somewhere to do your painting. Are you leaning back in that chair too? You just pushing it. She's just pushing it.
I have faith in my chair that Nithos got me.
There you go, Keegan. Hopefully you can see it better that way. But anyways,
What did he do? Go to Walmart?
I don't know. Why? Put your glasses on. You can see it better. So, anyways, you guys, without going too far off on that, that's where it went. It was fun. So the
Yeah, we had fun.
rest of the week we'll get back to our painting challenge. Just like I said,
I don't want to go to work. That's gonna
yeah,
really just fun.
that is a cot that stands off the ground. That's what that is.
Okay, that's all you need. Technically.
No,
Why?
no. If you're one person, that's okay.
Test 2.
No, not room. I don't know, Charles. Do you do any camping out there? I mean, you can go camping in California. You just got to drive a bit to get to some of the areas. At least in Orange County, we did. So, like, go up to the mountains or something. But then it was expensive. What the heck?
It's an inflatable.
No. No.
Oh, come on!
No.
Oh, that'd be too fun.
Focus. Refocus.
Okay.
So, anyways, that's about it, you guys. As far as our excitement and stuff is going, we're just gonna put our stuff away and get a little bit of painting done tonight and kind of get back on track.
Maybe
Now-
get to bed early.
We are gonna. I did get a hold of, or Clint got a hold of me, so he's finally getting his big kit. You guys from Kickstarter for BattleTech. Finally, he got a notification he should get it Monday. So just as kind of an idea, we're gonna shoot for Tuesday night, trying to do an unbox. I don't know if we'll do a live or just record
Probably
it.
not. I think
but-
we'll just record it.
Well, we're gonna meet at the coffee shop, so I don't know yet. We haven't figured it out. But we probably just meet at the coffee shop, and he's got, like I said, he spent several $100s on his. So he should have far more than what I got. Mine was not a big investment, so we'll get that out.
I'm
too,
curious
I think
because I know Clint spent probably close to $500
more.
without shipping.
More.
If
Yeah.
what you got was just the $80 or $90 one,
It was $80.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm curious on what he got.
And I got all that. So, well, no, I'm sorry. I did spend the $20 for extra terrain.
Yeah, that's right, you did.
But it was $100.
Yeah, but that's like crap now compared to what we saw what Clint got.
Well, yeah, because he has the hex. What do you call it?
The Hex. Oh, damn it. Hex
No,
Tech.
it's Hex Tech. That's it. So he's got that really nice Hex Tech terrain, which
That's so much nicer.
yeah, well, when I got the Kickstarter, you do your add-ons. Then I thought, why not get the extra cardboard terrain? But you got to remember, I placed that order out before Hex Tech came
Oh, I
out.
know.
So it's like now they're doing that. So Charles says when he was younger, he used to belong to a rockhound group from where his dad worked, and I'd go out to the desert quite a bit. And his friends were surprised when we rolled up with a 19-foot trailer and a dirt bike. So there you go, Charles. Since you were looking for rocks in the desert, you need somewhere to sleep. Did you ever find any bedrock?
Oh, God.
I know, that was stupid.
Yeah.
But I had to say it, man. I had to say it. So, desert, you're in California. You know where Hesperia, Apple Valley, and Victorville, Phelan, all that is. So we used to go out there, and we didn't have no 19-foot trailer, but dirt bike riding out there was fun. We didn't really go looking for rocks. Mostly tried to avoid the snakes and just went out and rode dirt bikes, enduros actually. So they were street legal dirt bikes. But never really got a chance. Didn't really look for rocks because everywhere you turned your head, there were rocks. I mean, you have to be like you're in a group. Well, you're not old yet, Charles. When you're 90, then you can say you're old. That's kind of how I look at stuff. I mean, if you want to be old, but I'd say, nah, you're not old. You still got a lot of imagination. And if you know what you're looking for rock wise, then you can find some cool stuff. You never know what you're gonna find when you're driving around out in the middle of nowhere. Trust me, I've found some weird stuff. Or if you're driving, one day was in a car, a Subaru. If you guys know what the Subaru 4-wheel drive, mini little station wagons, the beginnings of the SUV back then, because that's all an SUV is a short station wagon. It's 4-wheel drive, and we were just cruising out there, and we come up, and here come all these bikes racing us. We didn't know we accidentally drove into some sort of outdoor event, and we were on like the other side of some big berms. We didn't know it was on the other side till we pulled up and about ran over a guy on a motorcycle and realized we were then on their track. So we turned around and got out. That's about the most exciting thing that happened. Otherwise, it was just the desert. So, and out here, you got a lot of people with a lot of toys. Boy, I was a kind of a beer drinking. I got all my toys kind of state. Now, they'll have toys they don't even use just to have the toys. I got 3 motorcycles, a 75-foot RV, and a boat, and this and that. And it'll just all sit, but they got it. Yeah, there you go, Charles. I had a lot of fun doing that stuff, man. Now it's like there's a lot of things like that I'd like to do, just either don't have the time or the money anymore, which I don't understand. I used to have more time, but it just seems like there's just not enough time anymore, at least for me and a couple million other people that seem to state it, but I don't know. Might be fun for you, Charles. Take the grandkids out to some of those areas and have them hunt for rocks. Show them what to do. They have nothing else, so you get them nice and tired for the drive back. Metal detecting. That's a fun thing too, if you got the time to do it. Maybe find something useful someday where I could buy more miniatures, I guess. But I'm fairly happy with what I got. What I want now is like I've told you before, mostly. Are you still looking at stuff over there? Mm-hmm. Mostly terrain. That's what I want to do. Watch some Western terrain is my thing. And then we got I think we got enough Warhammer terrain. So at least enough to play. Is that a heated camping chair? It has a heated seat. And how does it heat?
Battery?
Oh wow, I'll be darned.
It's a portable charger.
Only Ashley can find a camping chair with rocker legs that you charge a battery pack, put it in a pouch, and it heats your butt. That's real good. So you'd be like rocking in a heated seat next to a fire and then wake up the next morning.
Damn right. Be nice and warm.
It was nice and warm.
Actually, it was. It was nice.
Was not terribly bad. It was in the high 80s, but wasn't too bad. And the nights were fairly nice. So. But with the end of the year coming up, we're kind of done in our area for like game cons. Next year, like I told you guys, me and Ashley have already looked into doing something of our own too. So we might do that. I'm pretty sure we'll do it. I've just got to finalize a couple things. And I need an idea for a name, you guys. A name for like a game con convention out here in Iowa. You think you'd hurt the next morning? Yeah, probably, Keegan. I think you would. But Ashley tends to find the oddball stuff.
Hey, Keegan still owes me a chair.
Yeah,
because he flopped his butt down on my one.
She's not gonna forgive you.
No, I won't.
He did. He come home tired from work at the end of the day and flopped into her
My
camping
little
chair,
mushroom camping chair.
and the whole thing just went boink and went down.
I'll buy you a new one.
But you know what? See, that should have told you were on the road to a future chair disaster too.
Well, I don't flop down in my damn chair.
No, you just lean back till they snap. Then you hit the ground.
That's something different, though.
Wow, Charles, he picked it up and turned it around.
I found one. It's my mushroom chair.
Oh wow, that would be scary there. You're fortunate, Charles. He just stopped to look at you because they do tend to get, well, pretty ornery. So you don't want to push them. You kind of want to steer clear of any kind of bulls, you know.
Yeah, let's not piss them off.
I threw a funny in there though.
Yeah.
I said steer.
Yes, I got it, honey.
Okay. I didn't know you were
I
paying
think everyone
attention
got
over there.
that. Yes, I can still hear you.
Yeah, but hearing people's not listening. That's different story. So yeah. But anywho, and then there's Mythos, our friend, who's doing some BattleTech work there too.
Notice a lot of people are doing BattleTech for Brian's challenge.
Well, it's more and more people are getting their boxes. I'm really surprised we got ours as early as we did. I mean that just kind of.
I think they got some of the smaller ones out first.
Well, it'd be a lot easier to get the smaller kits like ours out.
That's what I assume. I can't guarantee that, but that's what it seems like.
Until it gets more meat for the fire. Fresh steaks, you guys.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want that carcass anywhere near me.
No, you barbecue the steaks slowly. Not. So that's just kind of our theory is maybe they mailed out a lot of the smaller packages first because it would make sense. You could put out thousands of those as compared to just a couple hundred because you want word to spread. Yep. Your packages are being delivered, but a lot of people went all in. I mean, you guys, those $5,000 kits, they sold out the first one and they did a second one, if I'm correct, and they sold out of that. So there were people that spent some serious money on those. On these sets, so I'm nowhere near close to that, obviously. But Clint's he's got a lot more than I do. So we're gonna do an unboxing of that. We got that set for Tuesday. Keegan, if you're listening, you can come on out with us too. We're just gonna go to the coffee shop where we used to do our Sunday games from, and do it there.
Oh my God, I found a chair for Tony and Jenny.
Good grief, Ashley. Yeah, I mean, you could buy that. Would you want something? It's a chair.
It's a chair, but it's a game. The kids would have a kick out of that.
Yeah, someone's going to sit in that, and then they're going to kick a field goal over their head. That's scary.
I can see the kids doing that. Oh, my eyeball.
Well, you're right. You can only use so much.
But if you dry it slowly, then you can package it or put it in a bag and it'll be jerky.
Yes, Charles. Steer clear of the bulls. So yeah. So I've
seen some of the Naked and Afraid where they do that. They'll slowly, basically smoke it.
I know. From being a kid, man. My grandfather's brother had 2,000 acres in Oklahoma we used to go out to on the summers vacation. And if the bulls were in the road when you drive up, you honk the horn, and they just look at you. You just back up and go around them, just drive off the road. You don't try to get out, push them. My grandpa always told me, go ahead. You'll get your butt, in a sling. And one of my cousins thought it'd be funny to use a BB gun to get a bull to move. And all that does is bounce off that bull and irritate him. And that thing chased him. And he never did that again.
Wow.
Even then, I was like, that's stupid. What are you doing? All you're going to do is make it mad. And so you don't, as far as bulls go, Charles, you just stay out of the way. They're not, you don't really even want to mess with them. But anywho, game wise, I'm sorry we got onto a camping thing, you guys, and off the subject of gaming, but that is part of our gaming group. So we went out there, had some fun, and she painted some miniatures and got some fresh air, and
allergies went nuts.
Yeah, her allergies were bothering her. That's pretty good. Otherwise, so I'm glad you guys are doing all good. We're just a bit tired, but I think it'll be a nice, just kind of relaxing evening. Put stuff away, sit down. I already got some models out here while I was getting set up to do the show. So
make something quick and easy and go to bed.
What do I got?
Oh, those are out of your new box.
So I'm gonna do what's called. Looks like there's two of those.
Yeah, there's two of each. The Gal 100s.
No, it's a Galleon light tank.
Oh, that's a.
Well, no, how well you can see it there. So there's two of those, and there's two heavy hover transports, Maxims.
Oh, that's what they are. I would say they look like those little hover tanks.
Oh, it's a heavy transport, so actually it does some pretty decent damage.
Yeah, I was looking at those. That's freaking nuts.
At close range, but close range, they're going to be dead meat.
But yeah, I would say if you get close range, you're going to get punted.
Yeah, so
I believe is what Johnny said. You can actually kick those.
So there's two of those too. So I think I can knock out these four tonight without. And I know before you laugh and go forward, Greg. No, there's multiple colors on these things.
Say these ones are camouflaged, I believe.
They're sort of a pattern, and they're not necessarily that big. So it'll be interesting. I'll get those done. And one of the things look forward down the road, which I'm surprised I didn't get too many of our people to look at. I did that little unboxing of Trench Knife.
That seems like a really fun game.
I was wondering if Nagawa, since he got it, if he looked at ours too, but Nagawa got this. So Mythos wants to see a game. So like we talked about when we unboxed it, this is something I want to do. The artwork's kind of cool. And it fits in your pocket. It's a little tin. And I think the concept is fun. So it's a solo game. So we're gonna have to do something with that here too. So we got a couple things going for the next week or two, and then by the time this competition's over, I think we're gonna end up at some point in the not too distant future doing a game with Mini Warmut. That means you too, Mythos. We'll probably drag you in and whoever else on some Zombicide, whoever wants to join. So you're more than welcome to do that too. But otherwise, we'll finish up the competition. I'm not really worried about numbers because a lot of you guys are going to beat me by hundreds of models.
Charles will beat us in a
I think Charles, you pretty
Actually,
much.
I think he already did.
Well, yeah, he already has. I think you've got a lot you got to accomplish, sir. That's pretty impressive. So just don't look down on us poor peasants, Charles. We try. There you go, Ash. Your very own, oh boy, giant bed. No. Everything's getting expensive these days. I think these companies think that
people are made out of money.
Yeah, you're made out of money. And so speaking of that, we have someone that follows us. Oh man, I don't want to mess the name up, but I think it's BattleBox. We followed him back. My phone's out there, ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, he did a little video. Was just talking about pricing. It was a really good video he did. So some people think, that the BattleTech stuff was overpriced. So Mythos, you'll get kind of a kick out of this. My comment to him in his on the video was, I think I get good value for the money because I mean, hey, we play Warhammer, so as far as cost wise goes, with what we got, the BattleTech stuff was really a good deal. You got quite a bit for the money, and if you're playing anything Games Workshop, then you're used to having to pay higher prices. Don't get me wrong, you guys know their models are nice. I've never gotten junk models. They're very detailed. You get very good quality and all that, but they're pricey. And so they were kind of wondering what people thought about it. So I said that he got a kick out of that. He goes, yeah, if you compare it to GW's pricey model, then you're okay. And honestly, you guys, if you like BattleTech at all, Linster, Johnny, he's an expert. I think Telemachus, you know a lot about it too.
Yeah, we're still too new to it.
We're not experts on none of the games. We know enough on the games to be dangerous or have some more knowledge on than others. But
yeah, nowhere near.
It's because we play too many games. So I tend to search out gamers who are like one game. That's what they focus on because they're the ones with all the background and all that. So, but the Alpha Strike box, it's way worth the money, and
I like it. I mean, I've watched you guys when Clint first got BattleTech.
Well,
with how long it took, I'm like, this doesn't look interesting. And then
it's too drawn out,
right?
It's too boring. But
then when Alpha Strike came out, I'm like, okay, I can get in line with this. So I actually like it for the most part. So I haven't played it with the tanks or anything yet, but
we're gonna find out because it came in a kit just how they look like. They don't do tons of damage, and they don't do. Actually, this transport does more damage than some of the other tanks.
Thing is, if you can get behind the tanks or the guys, you're kind of 2-1, 2-2. Yeah, that's the one I would do. Has more health and more medium range.
If it doesn't at long range, right?
No, that one doesn't either. 2-1, and it's only got 4. Where this one has. It
depends.
6.
You gotta look at what the specials are.
I think you have the special stuff too.
A lot of specials on these, so the cards are very nicely done.
Oh yeah,
fairly easy to
read. And they are whatever clear coats that's on them. You can take a fine print or a fine point
dry
erase marker.
Just trying to help your mind there.
My brain, lack of sleep.
Lack of sleep.
Hey, when you don't start feeling good, it sucks trying to sleep.
Nobody feels good after 10 shots of tequila, Ashley. You just
tequila?
Don't feel enough. See? That's what I mean.
Someone drug me! No, I'm joking.
So I think it's just a good value, and that's what I was letting the one person know. I don't know. Comparative to other companies and other pricing structures, you're getting a good amount of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because let's face it, the Alpha Strike box comes with all that, and even a little bit of terrain, don't it? And then it's like $60-something, $70 with the mechs and whatnot. So
yeah, it comes with all the mechs. It comes with basically the trees that are out, some water. It's all cardboard, but yeah.
See, so you do like cardboard.
That's terrain.
Don't matter.
That's not chits.
The map is a hex. Well, hello, Walkabout. How are you doing, sir? All I can say is we've had an interesting conversation, and maybe not necessarily all about miniatures. And it kind of went sideways, Walkabout, so we went camping, and Ashley actually did paint some miniatures out there at the campground. So I just made a joke that she would probably find a tent with its own separate room so she could have a painting station when we went camping. And then we went off into the tent stuff. Yeah. So now we're kind of back on track. But like I was telling the other guys, when we're done, we're just going to get our stuff put away. It's all sitting outside. And
yeah, but got it out of the car, but that was pretty much
got
it.
it out of the car and ran in here so we could do our show. And then when we're done, we'll put it away and just kind of finish off the night getting some painting done, so I can knock a couple of these out. That's my goal. Walkabout. It's pretty simple, but it was a pretty good day. So pretty good weekend. Had some fun.
Oh yeah.
She got some miniatures done, and overall can't complain. Yeah, if you look back in the chat, you're gonna go, I thought this was a gaming therapy. Well, we are gamers, just talking about things. Like gamers, we all have lives other than just the miniatures. It's just we integrate everything into it. So yeah. Well, I guess I could structure the show a bit, but then people wouldn't know what we were doing.
Yeah, that's it. No, we can't do that.
So we have a basic overall theme we can do. Gaming. And we try to adhere to that as much as possible. But at least we get a chance to hang out with you guys, like I say, every week. It's just fun way to end the week and start the new one.
Absolutely.
How's all your things coming along, Walkabout? You got a lot more going on than we do. You just posted as I asked. Let's see. Yeah, so when you get busy,
that's a lot of the problems.
It's hard to do. So like I was saying earlier, I'm only maybe going to try to get, and will get for the most part, these 4 craft done. They're multicolored, multi-things, so they're not necessarily just a 1 or 2 coat thing, but haven't gotten much done other than my last little update. So I had
the last week we've been setting up for camping.
Well, and it isn't just that, it's been work too. And it was funny because think about this, you guys know us enough. Real life gets in the way all the time. But we decided to go camping on Friday the 13th, and that's what I told Ash. I said, it's kind of interesting. Here we go. We're going to take the family out on Friday the 13th. I'm not superstitious, but I just thought it's an oddball day because when we picked it, it didn't even dawn on me. You know what I mean? But it seemed to be kind of a just oddball stuff. And the week leading up to it was just been crazy. Oh, look, Ashley, you got a spider on the outside of the window there behind your monitor.
Oh, dude, go away.
He's crawling on the outside of the window. So real life does get in the way. I'm trying to find a way to Walkabout to circumnavigate this whole
life. Yeah, good luck.
Because this whole job thing they got us all suckered into. Oh, look, go to college, debt, buy a house, debt, get a car, debt. Oh, then we want you to go get a job just over broke employment, and we want you to continuously pay into the system. And you turn around and go, hey man, I'm just sending money in all directions. I would like to just paint, do some miniatures. So somewhere there's got to be a loophole, sir, so that we don't have to continue to work so hard.
Yeah, if our store goes off, then we can sit and paint.
Our store, yeah, that's our fault. We gotta promote our store more, or maybe if you guys take a look, see what you think, and give us ideas.
Yeah, Mythos supposed to go back in and try to buy some more. We have teas, Mythos.
Ashley, shameless plug by Ashley. But if you guys give us feedback on it, that would be cool too. Just take a look and say, hey, here's an idea for you, this or that, because we can adjust that as we go. And I've got to put some like advertising money towards it too.
Yeah, it's just been stuck in having to put a lot of money towards a car.
It's like, oh, I'm going to do this. Up there, the car goes. We've just been racked with car problems. Like, we're not making it up. It's like, oh, fix this, then that goes out. Fix that, then something. And it's like,
yep, I worked overtime. I'm like, oh, yeah, we can finish our living room. Nope.
No.
That was $400 and something, and I had to rent a car to get to work. That was another what, $7?
No, it was $350 to rent the car. It was over $7 for all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you didn't rent the car to get to work, then you wouldn't have
any paycheck.
You wouldn't have a paycheck. So
yep.
Yeah, real life sucks. Walkabout.
Adulting sucks.
Adulting, yeah.
We did get the. What was it? Oh, which one did we just get?
The jasmine.
The jasmine. That's actually pretty interesting.
So that one, Mythos, jasmine tea is just more like a. And you know, I drink a lot of coffee, but jasmine tea is supposed to just kind of like a mellow out kind of thing. There's no caffeine in it, so it doesn't put you to sleep. It's more like late in the evening, or you know, type of sit down, and if you're gonna paint, relax. So I've been drinking some of that in the evening too. That's pretty good. But yeah,
we have the not breakfast blend. What other one do we have? Earl Grey.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Well, something just. But anyways, yeah, we're pretty proud of our store. We just haven't basically been pushing it. We didn't want to be pushy about it. We would like your guys' feedback though. Oh, that's just a notification from AGV. We're going to do a scan on your computer. No, not right now. Don't do a scan right now. So there you go. Walkabout. If we can figure a way around all that, then I'd rather spend more time doing other things. Like camping was nice, but honestly, it would be nice to go for a week, I guess, instead of
a couple of days just isn't long enough.
Well, by the time you set up and then you get everything together, and then it's time to pack up 2 days later. So that whole real life thing, we have to try to push that to the side. And there's a couple other things too that has to do with what we're doing that we're working on. Walkabout, he's dealing with different levels. Yeah, it does get stupid dealing with. Well, so we finally got, where'd it go? Up on the wall. You can't see it over here. So, you know, when you start doing this, everybody's got merch or something that they've got, right? Like I said, coffee cups for us was just a natural thing, right? So people get them, then you have advertising. You're not going to make money off selling coffee cups unless thousands of people buy them, because there's literally no profit margin or very little. But it's more of an advertising thing. So then we went through, had our stuff all set up, and we were told everything's taken care of. And I was like, they're not taking sales tax out of the couple orders that we got. So then I had to go to the state. And so the state, had to go through the government stuff with that in the state to collect, so that the website could collect sales tax. Because it wasn't collecting it, and it was supposed to. Fortunately, we haven't been selling tons, so it's just that now we got an official permit on our wall to collect sales tax. So you guys remember that if you're going to do anything on the side or try.
Yep, make sure you contact your state.
Yeah, don't. We kind of left it up to the ones building the website. They're supposed to set a lot of things up. Everything's handled. Well, website functions good. The drop shipper and the roasting company functions good. But they never informed us about that. So now we got that. So we got that figured out. We're not in trouble or anything, but we got it figured out, got the permit, and then out here in Iowa, it's just annually. You just send it in annually. But it's insane how things should not be that difficult to do. So if you're going to sell anything with your gaming channel, remember, every item you sell, they're going to tax you on that too. Because, hey, why not? I mean, you're only taxed in 1,000 different directions. So that's the issue there. So remember that if you're going to do it. So anyways, Mythos, we got our certificate on the wall, and yay!
Brian.
Paint. Now. Hello, May Warmutt. We just got back. Hey, we rushed to get our camping trip ended and back here in time to do our show. So,
Bite us.
No. I don't want to be bit by Mini Wormut. That's a different type of show, and we're not going there. But
you're no fun.
But anyways, Mini Wormut, when we're done tonight, then like we've told everybody else a couple times, we're just going to put all of our stuff away. It's sitting in the yard. We unloaded the car enough to get it up by the front door, and then after the show, we're going to put it away. And I've got some models here. I already showed the models off I was going to paint. There's some more BattleTech models. So the rest of my evening is to just sit down and do that.
We might have to now.
Yes, I will at the end, because this year I'll have to actually file like what do you call it?
Taxes.
No, we file taxes every year, Ashley. But like a business.
Yeah, the business taxes,
private.
basically.
No, I'm trying to look at the name. Anyways, I can't remember the name of it. But seriously, that's what we'll have to do. Yeah, we've kept track of it because it's like the streaming service. You're right. It's a expense. The podcasting service.
And the shopping service.
And
expense.
then the website. And what you guys don't know too is, so when you're not having the product, for instance, we don't have to go out and say try to buy 1,000 bags of coffee or something. So because it's drop shipped and they house the product, you're paying a monthly fee to them and to the company that roasts the coffee, because what you do is you place the order, then that's when they actually take care of your coffee. It ain't sitting on a shelf like at the store. So it's a custom order. So each time it comes in, so you're paying a fee for that, and you're paying a fee for your website service too, monthly. Yeah, that's what I'd look into that too at some point.
Yeah, we're short 121 or 22 people.
Yeah, we're
from 1,000.
We're whatever off from 1,000 there, but then again, you got to have the watch
views.
hours too. So I've been looking at that because I'm gonna have to do something different this year. But simple things that, like, if you're gonna buy something for it, then I would use that as a write-off. So just now that I've got a sales tax collection permit, things are just fundamentally different. And I don't mind sending in the sales tax. I was just a little annoyed that the things that were supposed to be done were not done. So that's okay though. So you guys remember that. And remember that too, Mini Wormut. You're selling a coffee mug, so you gotta collect. If you do anything, you gotta collect the sales tax.
It's a DBA.
Doing business as.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, Telemachus, it's just slipping my mind, and boy, I hate that.
He'll remember after the show.
Yeah, business name doesn't cost much at all. There's just a lot of things you got to remember to do so that it doesn't come back at you.
I haven't even checked that. I better check that.
So, yeah. Well, we got that. What are you checking on? But that's pretty cheap. A lot depends on where you're at, too. Mini Wormut. So, it's one of those things, but it's fun. So, my next step is obviously got to generate more sales. So, I'm going to have to do something with advertising and get that going, because honestly, I don't want to sit there and try to. Everybody tells me, well, pitch it every single show you do. But I mean, nobody really cares for that. It doesn't seem like, and I can mention it, but I don't really want to be like shoving it down people's throats. So
yeah, that's what we.
So we also we would want honest feedback from you guys because we trust you guys. Hey, I like this page. Maybe you could say this differently or whatever. So we would appreciate that. Or if you don't use it, tell people or share it. That'd be cool too. Yeah, Telemachus, they each got their own different tax rules and stuff. Iowa was actually pretty easy to work with on that. As far as that goes, my thing was like, well, and we haven't made, like, you have to make a certain amount in the business of sales. Isn't that what they told you?
Mm-hmm.
Before you have to pay sales tax, which we haven't made that limit. So, but I'm still gonna just pay sales tax on the items that sold at the end of the year, because when you try to do anything on the side, there's just a lot. No, I'm not talking about a loophole that way. I talk about real life getting in the way, Telemachus. Like, what's the loophole to get out of real life? And laws, and you gotta remember, there's difference too, you guys, between statutes and guidelines and all this. Those aren't laws. Those are just whatever. Like when governors make proclamations, I proclaim, that's not a law either. So you have to make sure you adhere to the laws. So that's what Greg worries about, making sure of. There's not a ton of loopholes, but there's ways to correctly do things and do it a little different.
So. Okay, Brian, bye. It goes both ways there, honey.
Well, we bought a coffee cup from him, and he bought a bag of coffee, so we're even. It works. But you know what I mean? It's we also don't want to get on here and like,
we're not ones that,
we don't want to be pushy about it. You know what I mean? Like, we already got jobs. We already exist. We would, of course, like the other to take off. But like I said before, for those of you guys who have been around live, you know, what's our goal? Our goal is to make enough money to pay for the services, to get new games, and then I'd like to be able to give them back, like do a game, review it, and then give it away. And if I can accomplish something like that, where it just goes back out, then I'm good. I don't have to make millions of dollars. I just want to be able to do that. Push my coffee. This, people need to understand, it's a capitalist country. It is a capitalist country. You're right. Make that money. Well, I got the little barcode up there, or a little QR code that people can scan.
Yeah, but it'll take you straight to the website.
But
and our scrollers.
But yeah, we would like some more feedback. A couple of people have looked and said they liked it. But I kind of like, I don't know, some of you guys take a look and just say, hey. Telemachus. Yes. State and federal and the IRS interpret laws in their own ways, and accountants don't always know that route. That is true. And then they'll tell you that you, as the taxpayer, are responsible for their corrections and their updates to rules. Like, and you have to understand, like, 1 year there was 400 changes made, and that falls on all of us. We're supposed to, it's supposed to be us that researches it. So there's the problem there, is it's a very one-sided way, right? So trying to play by the laws or the rules or whatever is sometimes difficult. The big time YouTube channels put 15-second commercials in their show. Well, I mean, when you reach a certain level, like I've had people tell us, hey, there's commercials on your stuff. Well, yeah, but obviously we don't have 1,000 subscribers, so the commercials are from YouTube, not us. That has nothing to do with it.
I don't know if I would like that.
What?
Doing commercials.
That's a good idea, though. Walkabout, do a quick one. But see, would that put you guys off? I mean, I just don't want to be overly pushy. Yes, we want to talk about it. We're proud about it. We're proud of what
we've done a lot of work to it.
We've done a lot of research so that we're not just, because a lot of people do that coffee thing, but I'll tell you right now, You got to watch it. It's like anything else. You got to research it, and then it took us a lot of time and more money. We could have went a different, cheaper route.
Oh yeah, but it would have been junk coffee. Then
it would have been junk coffee, junk teas, junk. And I wanted teas because we do have friends across the pond that drink tea, you know, and other people. Some people don't want it, and then things like caffeine. You got to cut your caffeine. So want to make sure we had half caps and decafs and non-caffeinated teas and stuff like that.
Yep.
So a lot of sorts. So we're really proud of it, but again, we didn't want it to be too pushy. But let's see. Mythos says he thinks a regular link would be more likely for people to push and interact with. I could do that, I guess, but I don't know how much I should do it, Mythos. So I'm just being honest with you guys. I'm not a salesperson, not a marketing person. So like, do you put the link in once? Do you do it halfway through the show? What would be to where nobody is offended?
Is there,
you know what I mean?
Is there a way we can maybe put one towards like the top kind of thing up by the grab a coffee, the QR code?
I like
some kind of way to do a click.
I like what Minnie Warman said. He's a happy fat man full of nachos. Very good. Different rules if the entire video is a commercial. Oh, I bet. All right, Walkabout. That's a good idea too. See, and we want to support you guys. So, for instance, Telemachus, if you ever get a mug out there, we'll buy one. Or Walkabout. You know what I mean? We've got mugs from some of you, and then we even bought.
Brian's got.
We even bought one from Linster. He's got Linster Games.
Yep.
So
Aries.
we will, because we're Games with Coffee, we're going to try and get something around the coffee thing. But also, we want to try to support you guys too. Maybe we can't do a lot, but we'll do something to try to help you if you're doing something. And if everybody helps each other, I think that's a nice, friendly way to kind of do it. Yeah, I agree with you, Minnie Warm. So that would be the thing, is I wouldn't want to sit there and run and advertise every five seconds or beat somebody down with it. So, actually, Minnie Warmut, I will be subscribing to your channel to join your channel. So Minnie Warmut now has the ability for you guys to join his channel. So something that I see, why is it that YouTube makes you wait to that point? Why can't you have subscribers right off the bat? So if you're a smaller channel and you're getting going, your friends and family can jump in if they want to do that and help push it a little. I don't know why they make you wait so long for that. So I'll end up being a member of your channel probably next paycheck. All my money kind of went to this camping trip. And I think yours is what, Minnie Wormwood? It's like freaks $95 a month or something. No, I'm just joking. It's not $95 a month. I don't want Brian to fall out of his chair there. And Telemachus just, okay, you got your channel just for your account. I got it. That's the thing, Walkabout. Like, we love all you guys, and we really get along with everybody that watches in our group. And I don't want to be offending people, or I don't want people going, God, that's Greg and Ashley pushing their coffee. But I also have to say something. So I'm just trying to figure out where to join the line. And Minnie Warmont, I know there's no obligation to join your channel, because I know if I join your channel, you'll join mine when I hit that time too, won't you? And I'll keep it at the same price, so we break even that way. How's that? But that's a way to support people. Now, there are some people that are like very against all that. I'm not. I think if everybody can support everybody, that's great. I mean, you can only do so much, right? You can't be spending thousands of dollars supporting people, but I think we can all help each other out in lots of ways, so that don't even cost anything. So that's kind of what we want to do. Like, also looking at a different direction with some of our some of our coffee cups too, because I like those because they're conversation starters. People are sitting around, they're having a drink, whatever they put in the coffee cup. Doesn't matter if it's not coffee. It kind of gets your name out there. People go, "Oh, what? Who's that? Where'd you get that mug from? Who is that?" Yes, Mini Warman. I know. That's why I was joking and said it's not $95 a month. So yeah, and that's fair because really they're going to tax that. Well, not tax, but by the time they take out, you're probably going to go through Stripe. I'm assuming this usually handles most of those, but they're going to take a fee, so you're not going to get all that anyways. And that just boils down to 50 cents a week, and YouTube takes 30%. I bet you're also going to pay a processor fee too, aren't you?
Probably.
I'd be surprised if they don't, because generally it would be that. But yeah. And so monthly drawings would be fun. Because see, yeah, if you can make something, that's. I mean, who here would not want to be able to have their channel support them so they can just hang out and paint, build, or play or whatever? Everybody would. But I just tend, I guess, maybe I'm not doing enough. I don't know. I just didn't want to be pushy. But we are proud of our coffee shop, and we would appreciate the feedback. And no, you don't have to buy some. If you just go look at it and see what you think and give us suggestions would be awesome. I don't either walkabout. I think some of it is there are people that don't want to see other people succeed. And for instance, if you ever notice, like, okay, so in any kind of network marketing, for instance, I don't know, let's say candles or something, or Avon or Mary Kay or whatever, what do they tell you to do? Go to your friends and family, right? Well, when you do, that's where you start your business. But when you do, a lot of times friends and family get jealous. They don't want to help because, they don't want you to make money, or they get offended, or so it's just, and I'm not saying my family's doing that, by the way. So if my family members are listening, I'm giving an example. But you got to start somewhere and get some support to get going. And some people just do. I think it's just a jealousy thing. But they'll happily buy from, like, you guys know bigger names like Mr. Beast. Okay, so he makes millions of dollars on whatnot. And people will sit there and buy, $100 shirts or whatever it is. He sells a bunch of stuff. And they don't mind. He's like a very rich, and they'll just throw money at him.
Yep.
So I don't know. And YouTube is what it is. Are gamers still leaving Twitch, or is that mess fixed? I think the problem with that is when platforms get greedy, like YouTube basically use creators, right? YouTube's not a video service. It's an advertising platform. It uses videos to push advertising. It's not the other way around. It never was the other way around. They pay the creators X amount of somewhat coming, because see, look, if you have millions of people building your business, you got to pay out X amount, and then when they get successful on your platform, you're getting 30%. You're getting money both ways. So YouTube is big time making money. Twitch was getting a little bit out of hand where they didn't want you. They wanted you to be Twitch exclusive only. A lot of gamers were leaving Twitch. We broadcast to Twitch, but it's more in like the chat talk show thing, and it's just kind of I think we got one or two people. It's not really doing very well. So, but it's there. Telemachus. Yes, they do demonetize videos. They do it for all sorts of other reasons too. Their opinions, their political position, and if anything against the mainstream, they literally whack videos all the time. So that's why we just stay with gaming, because if you try to do anything truth-wise or something, you'd just be shut down. And Mini Warmut, so I agree with you there. You know, you love your hobby, you enjoy making the videos. We do too. We love doing our shows and stuff. And if you can make some Taco Bell money, then you're happy. See, again, our goals are kind of noble, and I keep repeating it because a lot of times people get it wrong. But it's if we can make enough off of our stuff to pay for the services, because we have more services we're paying for than you have right now, many more with other things, podcasting and whatnot. If we can cover that, and then purchase a game, and then review the game,
and then
give the game away,
yep.
and do that every month, well, hell, that would be great. So, and if it went further than that, fine. But we kind of have this very low goal. And so that's kind of where it's at. For instance, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, but like you said, a little Taco Bell money. For us, a little bit of
coffee,
server money or coffee money. Telemachus, Twitch isn't going anywhere. No, it's not going anywhere. It's too fixed, just like YouTube's not. And so it's kind of like I don't know, the rest of the world. You kind of got to pick the lesser of the evils you want to work with. You just got to find one and work with it. This is more interactive for us to sit here and talk with you guys. But while I'm struggling here to gain viewers, I mean, on another platform, there's 3,100 something people following. So, and on Instagram, it's 1,700. So YouTube is the very bottom of people following us. But this is where we end up putting most of our time. And ironically, it's not where we get the most views by a long shot. It's kind of funny. Matter of fact, the podcast, anytime I upload podcasts, it seems to do much better. So it kind of depends. We're also all of us are gamers, so we're all in a super oversaturated genre. No, I don't like reaction videos like you're talking about, Telemachus, or shocked ones. And attention spans, we've talked about that before. People they're not like all of us can sit. A lot of times we just listen to you guys in the car, or we can sit and paint and listen to shows that have already been done. But not, and you guys do the same. So I'm not talking about anyone who's listening. I'm not talking about you guys. But other viewers in general, the attention span's just too short. It's really hard to gain traction. It's like, do you make a 3-hour battle report? Most people watch it before. Well, now I wouldn't do that. I try to keep it simpler than that, because on YouTube most of them aren't going to sit and watch something for 3 hours. A pre-done video. So it just depends. And I don't want a reaction video where, like you're saying there, Telemachus is just trash. And I would rather somebody watch it and like what they listen to or like what they see, as opposed to getting views that way. Because what's interesting is you best toe the line on the internet, right? And if you don't, all these places censor you, shut you down, strike you, all this crap. But boy, they can put some nasty stuff out there, degrading stuff, and oh yeah, it's got 14 million views, and you're like, are you kidding me? And you're looking at your phone like, this is allowed? But your opinion's not. So when you live in that kind of a world, you just got to watch what you say, watch what you do. And it's hard to be like I said, even with TikTok, we were just, for those of you that don't know, we're just sitting there chit-chatting about Warhammer, and boom, a 10-day suspension, because what do you do? What happens in war? One side, what's the other side? Starts with the letter K, right? So when you use that word, well, now everybody says unalive. But if you say the K word, boom, instantly it picked up. You're just like, well, my guys were your guys, and it was just Ashley and Keegan kind of bashing, and that was it. Boom, 10 days for all this crap. And we had to have them review it and everything. It's like,
we're talking about a game.
Talking about a game, you guys. Let's see here. Let me go back in some of these comments, because they're going pretty quick. So Mythos, He said he would have gotten bored or given up, except the community of people he's met here on YouTube Hobby. He stays because of the friendships. Well, that's why we're here. We didn't start this as a way to make money. It's just if you can make money, sure. But
it's never been
what,
like
what
that.
do we say at the end of every or in our show every Sunday? Truthfully, this is nice ending to the week and a nice beginning for us because we get to hang out with people we respect, like and admire, get along with. You guys are like literally like a family in the hobby. So yes, Mythos, that's how we feel. Many warm-up want to know how many miniatures Telemachus has painted. Yes, Mythos has made bonds. The hobby is a good overall hobby. Not too many bad in it. Walkabout. He's working on a plan to do videos on his health and gaming because he's using the platform to heal himself. Fantastic, sir. That's awesome.
What we like to hear.
That's good because you know what? There's so much bad out there these days that the good stuff is always nice to see. So we'll help support you too, Walkabout, however you need it.
Yeah, no, we're gonna.
Telemachus, 50 plus.
Yep, no, we're even gonna get near freaking Charles's.
Greg and Ashley, how many minis painted?
1, 2.
I still have my 7 mini warm up.
8.
And I'm adding 4 tonight after the show, so that's nowhere near 50. But then again, like Walkabout, sometimes the real life thing takes your time.
Well, look how many Charles painted.
This week, you're not sure if you're doing a video tonight. So Walkabout, what we found out we do is if you can do a video, you do it. If you can't, well, everyone knows the other person's busy, so it's okay. Like we're not going to go, geez, Walkabout didn't put a video out, so we don't know what happened. We know you're busy. That happens to us quite a bit.
As long as we don't not hear from you, we'll be good.
Charles, 112 painted. Well, geez, now I feel inferior. And he's starting on a group of 30 Native Americans.
Yeah, that's what I said. There's no way in hell we're going to beat that.
5 of them were giant rats. Nice, Telemachus. That's cool. Mine are not giant rats. They're just
it's a black rat.
The Battletech stuff.
Hey, some of the Battletech literally is like 2 colors for me. They're all straight green.
But mine aren't.
And there's like a bunch of them, so I'm going to grab those out and probably knock those ones out. That's what I've been doing.
So you got a gray, a brown, a green, a tan, a silver, and a black. And that's just on these Galleon tanks, if I go with that color. So they're not simple paint jobs. And that's okay if people have to bail out. That's all good, Mini Worm. You're right. I mean, things happen, right? So it's all good. Walkabout's done 39. Damn, nice. Charles paying the easy ones. I'm thinking you're doing your
2 millimeters.
2 millimeters.
Drop of paint.
We'll keep going. Hey, Walkabout, why don't you post the time when you're doing your video if you're going to do a live?
Yeah, I'll try to jump on.
And we'll try to jump on and catch you while we sit and paint. How's that? So let everybody know what time you're going to do that. We'll try to support you there too. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can only do them as much as you can do, you guys. So I appreciate the feedback and all the advice. They have to be based.
No. Absolutely not.
Many more, that's all.
Rarely do I do bases.
But you did base the one.
That is a decoration. It's not a game one.
Wow.
So no.
Calm. You're currently dry brushing. And you've got them all primed. Nice, Mythos. Nice. Just keep at it, man. Like I said, that's what we're gonna do. We don't got no crazy plans. Just get some more painted tonight before the week starts.
Try to.
Yeah. Yeah, you can base them.
My bases are black. That is what it's staying.
See these miniatures though from the Battletech stuff, they come
on a nice black
already
base. That is what
pre-glued
it's
to a black hex base, so it does give it a pop if you can base them.
I think the only ones I've ever based from any of the games we've had.
Warhammer. You based Warhammers?
No, all mine have always been black. I'm trying to think. Some of the Zombicide, I think, is the only ones. And that's just the big guys. The Abominations.
2mm Charles. Yeah, I thought you were. Huh. Yeah,
people were harassing about the 2mm.
Why? They're still miniatures. We did them last month.
I think he was talking about.
Well, with the Battletech stuff, that's what we've entered into it. So it's, well, other than I have 3 tanks that aren't Battletech that I'm going to try to do too. But mostly we want to get those figures done.
Yep. I'm kind of dying to get into that one little one I have over here. But I got to find the actual proper colors for Tyranids from what GW wants or had.
You're trying to put proper colors on 3D. Oh, that one there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a complicated one now.
Yeah. But that one I'm not. If I have the time, I'll put it in. But
that's a good idea, Walkabout. Just gonna dry brush with black, gray, and add white lines or yellow, and poof, you got road bases. Nope, that's true. I think the reason I don't know, so here's my thing with basing. When I first started doing that, my mind works maybe a little bit screwed up. But it's like, okay, so I have whatever this is. Just let's say a model, right? And if I put grass on the base, but you're fighting on a desert map, then it'll annoy me. So then I'm like, well, now I need another army for the desert. I need one that's got winter bases. See the problem with me basing? And I really do want to do I have the Lake Flames of War guys, and I want to do one that's a winter based, where it's all snow effect and stuff. The problem is if I base it opposite of what I tend to play on the map, then I don't know, it doesn't fit with me.
No, yeah, so see, that's our problem.
I could base it with grass, but now we're in the city, so now I've got my mech walking on grass down a paved road. So it just depends, I guess. You kind of base them however you want. I guess I'm more of a specific.
Yeah, see, that's what Tomica said. Depends on the model. Yeah, to a point, but
some you can do like the road ones. But then if you're off road, like for these, say I made them look like stripes on them, which is a good idea. I'm not knocking it all. But then I wouldn't be able to play it if it's off. But it does help the paint job.
Yeah, if you can change some bases over to clear bases, I would absolutely agree with that. Because then it's, it's whatever's on the bottom. But some of them, you can't change over the mechs.
So, yeah, to go up a little bit there on the comments, Mini Warmut, that is becoming a thing that people are doing. And I like the clear bases too. I do agree with you, Walkabout, that the model, and you too, Brian, listen, if you've got the model and you base it, the overall effect, the overall appearance is just more stunning. It's better, visually more appealing. So I completely agree. I'm just saying, I personally, just me, I based them like they're walking through mud or stuff, and then we put out a map and there's city streets, and I'm like, and it's just me. I'm just sitting there going, well, crap. It doesn't fit the map. So some of them, like the BattleTech ones, specifically, I'm just going to leave the black hexes for now because the maps, you guys know that it's desert, it's dirt, it's city, it's hills and terrain, So it's just me, and I'm just kind of weird that way. Clear bases would be good, and a lot of people do that. Nice, Charles. You finished turn 2, and both sides took a beating, huh? So Telemachus, I would agree with you there too. It depends on the context. Kind of what I'm saying. It's kind of up to you what you want to do with them. Like, you got gladiator guys. You're going to fight in an arena. It's mostly sand, and of course, basing the models like that fits in. So do whatever you think you want to do. Like I said before, I want a end of war, but I always play the German army, so I want end of war late, like winter, like say Stalingrad or with the snow on the ground. Then I want both sides all done in snow with the snow map because it would just look
exactly. Brian. Use your imagination. Pretend that it's there.
Oh, I do use my imagination. It's just my mind becomes too analytical sometimes.
That's how I am too.
For my own good, Brian. That's all.
I painted Keegan's soldiers, the little 15 millimeter soldiers for his Americans, and I basted them, and then it's like he puts them on the table. They look great still, but we're fighting in a city on roads. It just doesn't match up with me.
That's all, and it's just kind of me being weird. And I mentioned that to Ashley one day. I like many more. Whoops, NFL attitude screaming out. Play the game. Well, what's the NFL have? An entertainment license. What does the gaming have? You have entertainment. So, yeah, I guess you could kind of compare them somewhat. Just get out there and play the game. But that's what we do, Brian. We just get out and play the game. Basing, I think, like I said, it's aesthetically pleasing. It looks really good. I just want to – I'm somebody that will go, okay, I've got an army for this. I like this army. Now I need to buy the exact same army and base
and do it with that. Yeah. I just we can't afford it.
Can't afford it at this point, but that's kind of what we – where we're at with base.
The only reason I based that 100 millimeter was it's a decoration. It's predominantly just going to sit either on the edge of the table or sitting on our desk.
We're not going to put it at the edge of the table. When we game, it'll be at the table. I don't want you to knock it off the table.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hey, now you're supposed to invite us, damn it.
Has a 4x6 mat. Everything's brown and done, yep.
Now, if you have a one color board, okay, I can see, like Charles is working, painting it just straight brown.
Mini Warmuch is playing by himself. Solo Zombicide. Hey, you can do that. Just don't be cheating now, Ryan. But yeah, solo gaming is, I think a good deal. There's a lot of people that just don't have friends to game with.
Pretty much. Or he doesn't invite their friends.
Well, yeah, but solo play sometimes gives you an idea on how to strategize a little better, too. Charles, NFL, yuck, man, all the games be 0-0 after overtime. Oh, come on, Charles. Don't you want your tax dollars to work for you? Yeah, I'm not a football fan either anymore. That all changed a few years back.
Yep. I never really was. I watched it for the commercials.
I didn't mind watching it. I thought it was okay, but without getting into a different discussion, there was too much that the NFL did that made me go, you know what? Never
Absolutely.
mind. I'm done with you guys. But people love the game, so hey, watch the game. I'm just not into it anymore. You want a total of 3 Zombicide games? It's all recorded on YouTube archives. Nice. I'm going to try solo playing this Mini Warmuch. Mythos wants to see me figure that out. I want to do it too. It's interesting.
I set it up to kind of see how it'd be. It seems like it's a pretty easy concept.
Well, it's supposed to be a travel game. So
well, yeah, that's what I was saying. I was trying to read it, get it set up, and how everything worked. It seems like it's okay.
Go Eagles. Hey, Telemachus, my son's a Dallas Cowboy fan. Hardcore. So,
I think they lost over the weekend.
I don't know. So he was, but I'm gonna tell you a joke. He was like, we get severe weather in Iowa here, and I said, well, you know, you love the Cowboys. It might be good. You could just basically, if you're ever out there, I said, you know what happens when the tornado sirens go out, you know, go off out there, they all run to the stadium. And he goes, well, why would they go to the stadium for shelter? And I said, well, because, you know, nobody's ever seen a touchdown there. And it took him a second.
Bad. That is just bad.
He took him a second. He's like, Dad, Dallas got destroyed.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Because Josh wasn't too happy.
I used to watch the 49ers back in the day, and I like Green Bay. But the NFL went too far a few years back, and when the players and everybody decided to pull a lot of things that I thought were really disrespectful, I just like, you know what, you guys get paid a lot of money to simply play a game, and plus our tax dollars pay for it. When I found out, I was like, I don't want my tax money going to these people. They make too much money.
But I personally think it's rigged.
It's
because they already have the rings and everything made. It's rigged.
Yeah, it's all pre-done. But it's entertainment. So go. Whatever team you support. I'm not into football anymore. My sons still are. So I have to have fun with them a little bit. But and I know Brian's a big football guy too. But just enjoy it for what it is and take it from there. Dallas is not my son's not gonna be happy if they got destroyed. He really loves them. My daughter liked when she was younger. I got her a Dallas Cowboys.
She had that for years.
She kept that until it wore out. So yeah. Out here in Iowa, though, it is the Iowa Hawkeyes, which is kind of vague when they say the Hawkeyes because your basketball is Hawkeyes, and your football, but it's college football, and boy, even local Walmart is, touchdown, yeah.
A touchdown. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't pop up over there.
What?
He has a tornado.
Oh, it didn't pop
up on our chat.
Yeah. Well, in the studio, the little symbol didn't pop up.
There it goes.
It come through.
It just took a minute. Delayed.
So yes, because it was just my joke for him.
The Cyclones is Iowa State.
Yeah. And it's a big business out here, man. I used to Iowa State, yeah. So locally, right here in our area, it's all Hawkeyes. And driving a taxi for a while, I'll tell you what.
I refuse to go out on.
You hated it on game nights when the Hawkeyes lost. My God, the people that were drinking, you just didn't even want to take a call and go pick them up because it would just not be a fun ride. Your dad went to Iowa State? That's cool. I think there's a lot more integrity in the college stuff than there is in the NFL. That's just my opinion and observation. So I'm more inclined anymore. I never used to really follow college that much. I really still don't. But if I'm going to watch a game out here, it would be a college game anymore. Because they do get out and try. They do bust their butts, and they're not making some ridiculous, stupid amount of money.
They're actually trying to get to that stupid amount of money.
They're trying to get to that stupid amount of money. How would you like that, Mini Wormut? How about $100 million a year to go throw a ball around? I mean, it's not really a job.
Actually, somehow our boys were pulling in this weekend. If they really want you, I guarantee they could probably do it.
Yeah,
they were getting in that.
That's cool that your dad went there, though. College out here is a pretty big thing. Charles is, I'm done with that football talk. What's for dinner?
For us, probably macaroni and cheese.
Do you think college is crooked? I will tell you this, Telemachus. If people realize that the National Football League has an entertainment license and they think that it's real. It's not. It's literally it's entertainment. And so college is supposed to not be, but it wouldn't surprise me, dude. Everything in this world, it's just gotten to the point where I'm not trying to be negative, but I look at it and go, everything you thought was one way turns out being something else. Mythos is having burritos.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That sounds good, Mythos. Can we come by? We are probably, don't laugh at us. Last night on the grill, Katie's mother made like potatoes with a little bit of olive oil and butter and diced onions. They chopped the potatoes up and then put it in tinfoil and then grilled it and kept turning it. So there's some of those left over. And we're going to literally make us a breakfast out of it, like some eggs and potatoes. And we have some biscuits left over because we made biscuits and gravy. So we're just going to kind of ad hoc it tonight for dinner and do that. Yep. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, Telemachus, it's just entertainment. It's there. I mean, that's why we pay tax dollars for it. And you got to understand, it's just entertainment. And I think people go too far with it. Like, hey, you got to know, it's like going to the movies. You know, the whole thing is there for you to see. So it's just a show. Like everybody tells you, the show must go on. The whole world is a stage, blah, blah, blah. It's just a show. So if they approach it that way and just enjoy it for what it is, but man, people get so angry. They fist fight out here and all sorts of stuff. And it's like, hey, man.
The adult beverages and football do not mix, in my opinion.
But that's why we like the hobby gaming community. It doesn't really get to be.
No, because it gets funnier.
It gets funnier, yeah. Dang, my dice didn't roll right. So, gotta have something to watch. Gotta have something to do. But I don't know, man. Maybe one day, Telemachus, we can all make that kind of money. That'd be nice, huh? Now, are you referring to the Jeffersons, Mini Warmont? Moving on up. That's right. You got to move on up. Keep going forward. I would like to see him rerun those old shows today, Brian. I think you'd have a lot of people upset. But TV was interesting. So right now we're going to concentrate on painting on up and trying to increase our numbers on what we paint for your challenge and take it from there. Yep. Pie sounds good too, Mini Warmut.
Of course, Brian's having pie.
No. He's referring to the old shows.
Oh.
Me too, Telemachus. That would be nice. Oh, it was real back then, but people today would be so hurt and offended. It's kind of funny. Some of them shows wouldn't survive today. I remember my grandparents when I was little watching like Archie Bunker and some of these others. No way today would that work. But I'll tell you what's real. These miniatures we have to paint. So we're gonna have to go ahead and get going here, you guys. And you're thinking of the Dead Man's and Redo starter. That was an interesting game, yeah.
Where's that one? Is that the one that you guys finished off? The Wild Wild West one?
Yeah, buy them. I don't need any more Western miniatures, Mini Warmut says. But that doesn't matter. You find joy in it, right? So there you go. He's all, I will. When you walk in from your man cave into the front room, you go, I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed. And then your wife realizes you're exhausted because you were Amazon shopping and you were worn out. Yep, you can never have enough. That's supposed to be a pretty good game, though, Mini Warmont. So if you pick that up, I'd like to see you unbox that one and what your opinion is. That is true. You can always sell off your extra painted minis if you don't need them.
I don't see Brian selling his minis.
I've sold a couple of mine just to condense things. I will say one thing. I said it before a long time ago. Those GW minis might be expensive to buy, but when you go to resell them, you get some pretty damn good money back.
If you find the right person.
And so it works. Yep. All right. Ryan's leaving. Telemachus, Charles, and Jeff, if you're still there, and everybody else, we are going to head on out. And do us a favor, check our site, gamerswithcoffee.shop. You let us know what you think we can improve, or if it's okay the way it is, as far as how it looks and whatnot, or whatever your suggestions are. If you guys can do that, we'd appreciate it. But in the meantime, have a good rest of the evening. Enjoy the rest of the day. And onward to the next part of the week, which is work. Ugh.
You're not a space marine.
Huh?
Bye, guys.
What do you mean I'm not? I haven't